Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. The winding road to the Super Bowl continues here in the divisional round, where two teams look to take another step towards the Super Bowl. It's the Bills going up against the Jaguars.
Larry, the fans in teal and black are ready to lock down the bank as you get a look inside Everbank Field in Jacksonville, Florida. Coming up, it's Divisional Round Saturday, and we've got an AFC battle on tap between the Buffalo Bills and the Jacksonville Jaguars. The first of four berths in the conference championships on the line here as divisional weekend in the NFL is underway. Throwing now, Peterman on first down. Out to the flat, that's complete to his running back. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second.
When you lose that kind of yardage on a pass play, you often expect it to be a sack. But that wasn't the case there. They completed the pass. Probably would have been better off just dropping the football and making an incompletion as opposed to catching it and losing that kind of yardage.
So the defense has put them in a tough spot. It's second and long. From the gun, it's Peterman. Looking for Benjamin, but it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Out comes the Jaguar offense now as they get set to take over. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Well, forget about finding a lane there. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Probably fortunate he was able to hold on to the football.
Moncrief, the man in motion right. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and it'll be 3rd and 10 now.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware, a ball may come your way.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll get him down right about the 20. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up fourth down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And Lambeau will put this one through, and the Jaguars grab a 3-0 lead. So after the pick, they can't capitalize for 6, but they do get 3.
And I know in this situation, most of us want to focus on the offense. You know what side of the ball I played on. Let's give that defense a lot of credit, taking it over in a sudden change situation and shutting them down.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. And here come the Bills. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Shift together here from the D-line. Now Peterman on 2nd down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Now they try the right side here. Try to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. He makes a wonderful play there off the corner, protecting his side of the field.
Oh, that reminds me of the great defenses of old, doesn't it? The Pittsburgh Steelers, Steel Curtain. They would not let you get on the field if you could only do one thing. You had to be a complete guy, and you had to be able to tackle.
Now, I know I've said this before, but you know I wasn't alive when the Steel Curtain was played. I know them, but I just want to let you know I wasn't alive.
I'm going to keep peppering that in there, and one of these days you're going to think that you were.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You've got to cash in and get some points.
In motion left goes Moncrief. They're going to look to throw. He's got the hook up to Lee. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great effort there. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all year? Is that the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle.
Detroit! Set! Boom! Landed! Watching that body! Leopard!
On 2nd down, here's Peterman. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete. And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this first quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here.
And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on 3rd down. The gun, Peterman gets it to Benjamin. It's caught, and they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it, because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Now Peterman. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And some room to maneuver. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
All right, here we go.
On 1st and 10, it's Peterman. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And, he is really laid out that time. Knocked flat on his back.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Now a handoff looking right. Spins by. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
Old Coach of mine used to say all the time, hey, sometimes you got to put your nose down, put your shoulder down, and drive forward and get some yardage. Save those dance moves for the senior ball, son.
The defense, though, they were crashing hard. He didn't really have much of a chance. So a 3rd and 9, and 6 defensive backs out there in the dime.
Patrolling the passing lanes.
And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Nine yards to go. It's 3rd down. Here's the first carry for LaShawn McCoy. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. A good effort there, 9 yards, but it's going to leave him looking at a 4th and 1. On 4th down, Sean McDermott trots the field goal unit out there. From the right hash, this from 33. And Hauschka's kick is good. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So this offensive unit, they've now had 3 drives, and they only have 3 points to show for it.
Payoff is the key for everything. How many offenses have we talked to that say we have to finish drives? Thus far, this team hasn't finished it quite the way they wanted to.
And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. The Jaguars getting set to go. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10. Well, he caught it right at the line of scrimmage, and before he could even think about advancing it forward, he got hit.
Great tackling, because that's what you're taught. Don't give up yards after the catch, and most offenses make a living off of yards after catch. Those hidden yards that may not go into the score sheet, but they count big for moving the ball and stretching the field. Really nice open field tackle.
So 2nd and 10 here. They'll run it now out of the gun. Space to maneuver at the 40. There he goes left side. Touchdown, Jaguars. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Jaguars are able to strike quickly for 6. It's up and good, and that makes it 17-3. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. Back onto the field now comes the Bills offense. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Play action. It's Peterman. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's brought down. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the 2nd level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the 2nd level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. The Jags picking up the 1st down there, a gain of 12.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. A handoff to Fournette. And he'll at least get him inside the red zone here, down to about the 19. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. They'll run it now out of the gun. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it.
Extra DB on the field for the Bills here on 3rd down.
Yeah, maybe thinking pass. He'll drop to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. A great effort there. Saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Jaguars add on to their lead. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. A nice little juke. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Here's Peterman to throw. Wide open receiver complete. 16 yards there, and the Bills have a 1st down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. 2nd down now after the incompletion. From the shotgun, Peterman. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The Bills' passing game getting them down the field. They've got another 1st down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time. Two minutes to go here in the 1st half. Back with more AFC playoff action after this timeout. Second and 5.
All right, here we go. Gun! Leopard! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Set! Boom! Landed!
To throw is Peterman. Flush to his right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the 1st half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. From the gun on 3rd down, Peterman. Hard throw, incomplete.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
On 4th down, Colton Schmidt to punt it away. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set here. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
You know, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? But everything is working for them. Every move they make works. It clicks. And they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about.
This defense could use some more of these types of plays. How about him reading it, driving on the football, and he's right there for the pass breakup.
Gun! 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 319!
They'll run it now out of the gun. Get this one across the 35. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. They'll look to throw now on first down. That one complete to D.D. Westbrook. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. A very solid gain of 27. They'll run it now out of the gun. A gain of 3, second down.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Throw here out of the gun. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again, they show passing formation.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. He was superb a week ago. 3 sacks in that affair. Now 1 here in the second quarter.
Well, how about our conversations this week? With him, it was pretty simple. He said, I've got a few combinations I can try out they haven't seen yet. And on the flip side, they thought they had a plan to block him. Might need to come up with something else because he looks like he's getting loose now.
Punch, counter punch. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
And Lambeau will put this one through. So it's on to halftime of this AFC divisional round matchup as we send you downstate to Orlando to check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports Halftime Report. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. Now a hit and a loose football. And I think he was able to get back on it. He was. So they will get the ball after all, but that could have been a disaster.
I didn't do this in college, but I did it in high school. When you return kicks and you lose it yourself, the panic that goes through you and the determination to get the ball back, I don't even know how to describe it. And I think we just saw an example there.
And the relief when you get it back like he did.
Yeah, you go to the sidelines, you know you're going to get yelled at, but you can handle it because you got the ball back.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down. And now here's a carry heading left. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
And there's a nice stop for the defense. They've had a tough time containing this guy all game long, but maybe they can build a little bit off of that play, a little bit of confidence, a little bit of momentum. Yeah, every now and then you can actually tackle that guy.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Over the middle, it's complete. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down.
That throw has to be a quarterback's dream, doesn't it? Big tight end, curling in the middle of the field, so it's great sight lines for him. And when they show their numbers back to the quarterback, when they sit down right there, that should be pitch and catch.
Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Fournette, a first down carry. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Well, a well-executed blitz, no doubt. Great job by the linebacker. Maybe the quarterback, if he could have seen that, could have audibled there.
Yeah, he needed to be in a different play because that one just meshed perfectly for the defense. All the gaps were filled except for the one the offense really wanted to run through, and that was filled by a big man wanting to make a tackle.
And he made a great tackle.
All right, here we go.
They'll set up to throw. And they take him down. The Bills get to him.
The game plan for any defense is finding ways to make a quarterback uncomfortable in the pocket. When you bring pressure from all angles, you never know who's going to get home. In this case, the left cornerback, right in the face of him, puts him down.
They stare up now at a 3rd and long. Kessler and company needing something big after the sack.
No. Check. Patriot. Patriot now. 319. All right, now, look at 56. Gun. Hey, alert 3. Switch.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they can't bring him down. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. A big chunk of yardage there, 37 yards.
So that's what that elbow in my ribs was all about. You thought they were going to throw the ball as well.
Absolutely. I think everybody thought they were throwing the football, caught him off guard.
Yeah, I'm telling you, when you have the courage to make that type of a play call, a lot of times you actually get rewarded.
319.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. That is caught inside the 5. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. James O'Shaughnessy, a 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Jaguars are pouring it on. And the lead will grow by one more. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. So here's the Bills offense now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use, just something to get you off to a quick start.
Throwing right, and that's complete. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. And the offense lining up 1st and 10. Peterman. And he's got him. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So they got him coming up from his linebacker spot.
And sometimes the position designation really doesn't matter. If you creep up to the line of scrimmage, you just have to look for the football. Make sure it moves before you do.
On 1st down, Peterman over the middle and caught by the tight end Clay. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. Give him 6 on the play, and it's a 2nd down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there.
And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown.
Everyone felt like this game was over, but to be able to stay in it, put together a drive, score a touchdown, that's got to be a positive for them.
And the lead is down to 24. Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a bead on you, maybe you mix it up a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. So 2nd and 9, the defense looking to put them in a bad spot here.
Watch left. Start right there. Hurry up, here we go. Green, 39.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a 1st down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10.
Watch left. Out of your left. All right, here we go. 3-19.
Now a handoff as they run left side. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one goes for 24 yards. Back now in Jacksonville. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. So here we go, 1st and 10 now.
Here we go. Green, 30.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Down right around the 25. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
Here we go now. Green, 39. Green, 39.
And to give this time to the tailback. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 5.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
No, check. Here we go now.
They'll look to throw here. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he picks up the 1st down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. They'll run it now out of the gun. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
And they're 6 yards away from picking up the 1st here on 2nd down.
Let's go. Blue, landed.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. And they'll send the slot in motion left. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And Lambeau will put this one through, and that will extend their lead even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens things out even further here in the 4th.
Hey, in this league, you can never have too much. So if you're in range, grab the 3 whenever you can.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And they're going to need another score. Got one last time, but still down here.
When you're playing catch-up, every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it? It's vital. Get back out on the field, punch it in the end zone again. They know it's not easy, but what they do have going for them, they did score the last time. They think they've got a good formula working.
And what about the defense?
Well, now you're just saying to yourself, okay, we gave up a score last time. What adjustments do we need to make to slow them down now and get the ball back for our own offense? Is it more pressure? Is it more zone? What do they have to do? They're trying to figure that out themselves.
We'll see if they can figure that out right here.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
All right, here we go. Detroit! 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 Detroit!
Now Peterman on 1st down. Flushed out right. He's going to let this go. He's got a man. Complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. He got 29 yards that time. Now a handoff here to his running back. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. So the D-line's going to spread out. Second down, Peterman. Dancing to his left. Now he'll let it go deep over the middle. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. The Bills on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is third down and 12.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
From the gun, it's Peterman. And this is caught by Hayward Bay. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up fourth. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
.44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. The Jags offense now gets set and heads back onto the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
that.
Super toe.
Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this.
Here we go now.
Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. The Jaguars on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This will be 3rd and 5.
4 down, 4 down. Check. 4 down, 4 down. Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90. 56, Mike, 56. Hot.
Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. Here's Brad Nortman now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. Yards on the punt there. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. And the Bills getting set to go. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them.
First play of the drive. Let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking for the guy carrying the ball. He was the finisher. A really nice run.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed, as that's going to move the chains.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Room to run past midfield. And he is hit pretty hard from the side. it as he's knocked down at the 41-yard line. Well, one side moves on, and then, of course, there's the other side, and now they face what they don't want to face, and that's the offseason.
Think about the journey just getting to this game. Preseason, right? The OTAs and mini camps before that. Going through the regular season, fighting and scratching and clawing to make it to the playoffs. And then to get to this game, one game short of a conference championship, they'll have the whole offseason to think about it. Let's see if they use it as motivation.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. The Jaguars are winners here as we say so long from Jacksonville.
you.